Node.js. So before going to discuss about this, when it was introduced, year, version names, okay, and it was developed by whom, like that, okay. So it was introduced in 2009 by Ryan Dahl, okay, and using Google's V8 engine, and it has a one library like libuv, so for non-blocking iOS. After that, in 2010, one version was released like npm, and 2011 Windows support added, like that. For every release and for every year, like almost one feature was added, okay. So like that, in 2016 it will support fully ES6 support, and 17 async await, okay. These two concepts we will discuss in coming sessions. And 2018 HTTP support and improvements, and ES module export import, okay. These terms also we will discuss, okay. Like that, for each and every version they will introduce one feature kind of thing, okay. So now present version V25, I think, okay, version 25. And coming to this Node.js introduction, so first of all, what is Node.js? So everybody think about that Node.js, it is a programming language. So, but it is not a programming language. It is just a runtime environment for creating web application on server side. Okay. And Node.js allows to run JavaScript code or TypeScript code. TypeScript means it will run on top of the JavaScript. All people are know that. Okay. And Node.js will have a lot of modules which helps us not to code everything from the starting. Like it will have a lot of modules. So if you want, you can import that module so that no need to write the code from starting scratch. Okay. So how to import that module means by using import or required keywords methods. Okay. You just import that module and you can start to write the code. And why Node.js? Node.js, it is extremely fast because it runs on Google's V8 engine, and that Google's V8 engine is highly performance JavaScript engine, which is written by C++ language, and that transforms JavaScript into mission understandable code. And as Node.js is asynchronous event driven model, so that multiple users can use the application simultaneously. Okay, so it is not synchronous. Benefits means it is fast. Why? Because it is built on Google's Chrome V8 engine. Okay, it will execute the code fastly and asynchronous. So Node.js never waits for an API to return data. So that's why it is asynchronous. It will not wait for API to return the response. Okay, multiple requests at a time. And scalable point of view, Node.js is scalable because of its event mechanism, which will help to the server to respond in a non-blocking way. Okay, that means here Node.js will have a event loop mechanism. That means it will schedules and dispatches the callbacks, I mean request and response. Okay, so here multiple requests. So Node.js is a single threaded. Okay, so if Node.js is a single threaded, how Node.js handle multiple request means, see, as we discussed, Node.js will run on Google's V8 engine, okay, and libuv. So here, see, libuv, okay. So it is a special library built in for Node.js, okay. So that return built in C language, as we discussed here, where it is, okay. So that built in C language. Node.js will not use multiple threads, but C language, which uses the kernel, that uses the multiple threads. So that multiple threads will handle the multiple request. Okay. So that is the way to handle Node.js multiple threads, multiple request. Okay. This event loop mechanism will handles the multiple request and will give the responses. Okay, so mainly this event loop central mechanism that will schedule and dispatches the callbacks. And these are Node.js. It can run on Linux, Windows, and Mac OS. And so benefits, coming to the benefits: fast, asynchronous, scalable. It is open source, free of cost, no buffering. That means it will not wait for response. That means uh, Node.js applications simply output the data in chunks and never buffer any data. Yeah. Framework. So we can have a lot of frameworks in Node.js like Express.js, Java.js, and remaining JS. So among these, many of the people will go for Express.js. Okay. So what is the framework and why it is used means, framework, it is a collection of various libraries and tools that are required in the development process of software applications. Okay. And it acts as a base on which different software applications can be developed. That means we can have default methods so that we can use that methods to achieve some kind of functionalities. Okay, so in framework we can have some methods like routing and so different methods. We can discuss that methods in coming sessions. And for Java we have Spring Boot framework like Python, Django, like Node. We can have Express framework, and remaining frameworks are also available. So this is most popular. So why? Because it is fast, robust, and high-speed I/O, and non-parallel and single-threaded nature, and asynchronous. And it will helps to direct server and routes. So, and it will provide a wide set of features to develop web and mobile applications. And here NPM will be there. So NPM means Node Package Manager. It is responsible for managing all the packages and modules for Node.js. And it will have two functionalities like provides online repositories for Node.js packages and provides command line utility to install Node.js packages. Okay. And for example, if I want to use Express framework, then I need to install npm i express. That means I need to type npm I express. Okay, here npm I, so I will write that npm I express. So for installing each and every npm, so we need to use npm I, and express means express, for express framework express. Suppose if you want to use some like for establishing the connection between Node.js and database, the PostgreSQL, I need to install like npm I pg. Pg is one kind of npm. Okay, it will have some features. By using that feature, we can achieve our functionality. We can write the logic. Okay, so where this npm I pg, npm I express will be executed means in command line, we can install that packages. Okay, so that's why npm that provides online repositories for Node.js packages, and we can install Node.js packages in command line utility. Why npm required means it will helps adding required packages into a project. Okay, so I want to use express.js, then npm, I need to type npm I express. I want to use PostgreSQL DB connection, npm I pg. That means it will helps npm helps adding required packages into a project, and manages maintains various versions of code, their dependencies, and automatically updates the application when the project code gets any change. Okay, these are the npm responsibilities. Okay, and npm is included with the installation of Node.js. So once you install the Node.js, npm is also included in that. Okay, after that, if you install one package, then type npm I and package name like that. Okay, and here package.json will be there. It is the heart of the entire application. It will contain metadata about all items in a project. Metadata means the version, number, and name. And it will present root directory of any node application. Okay, and this package.json provides node package manager with the necessary information to understand how the project should be handled along with the dependencies. And it will create package.json will be created after executing npm init command. That means this is the command for creating the project template. In coming session, we will use this command. And what is package.log.json? See, in package.json, we will have list of npms. Okay, and like express, pg, and for Excel importing, exporting Excel related npms will be there. And for if you work with file systems, fs npm will be there. All the npms will be available in package.json. Okay, and package log.json, it will created for locking the dependency with the installed version. Okay, once you install the npm, after a few days, one more version will be released. Okay, so here package.log.json, what you install that npm version number, it will log that npm version. Okay, install the latest version of that package in the application and save it in the package.jsn. That means whenever you install one npm, this install the latest version of the package. Okay, so that is about package.log.jsn. And here tsconfig.jsn, we need to create it by giving the command like tsc --init. So this purpose means it will specify the root files and compiler option required to compile the project. Like compiler options means I want to have debug option. Then I want to put source map as a true. Okay. I want to convert, suppose if you develop the APIs in a TypeScript, not using JavaScript. So in Node.js means we can write APIs by using JavaScript or TypeScript. Okay. So TypeScript will run on top of JavaScript. So we need to convert that TypeScript into JavaScript. Okay. And I want to have that TypeScript converted JavaScript file in one folder. We can give that folder name in tsconfig.json file. Okay. I want to enable import export module. Then I need to give some settings to the tsconfig.json file. Okay. So like that, we can have some parameter kind of thing in tsconfig.json. Okay. So that thing we'll discuss in next session.